Okay, so I already went over my bow hunting setup that, like I say, is primarily for bow hunts, early season stuff, where I don't need to pack a whole lot of other gear with me. I also like it for bow hunting. I don't like it as much for rifle hunting because I don't have a good rest. When you're sitting down facing away from the tree, it's hard to get a steady shot. So that stands great for bow hunting because you can stand up, you can turn all the way around, you have a lot of freedom of movement. So it's very nice for that. And then you can also hybrid hunt out of it where, you know, even though it's a stand, you can stand on it, put your knees against the tree, you can shoot, you know, off to your right, you can turn around, shoot, you can use your tether. But if I'm exclusively rifle hunting, or it's cold weather and I need a lot of layers, so I need some backpack space, or I'm going extremely far and I want to go very light, this is what I use. So this is a Mystery Ranch. It was a Selway, which they don't make anymore. But the biggest thing is this Mystery Ranch guidelight frame. And then the actual pack I have on here is a mule. It's from Mystery Ranch 2. And it's just a very small backpack that actually fits on this large, super heavy duty frame. So it carries this load really well. It's got really nice hip straps. You can make a ton of adjustments. You got load lifters, all that kind of stuff. And then I've got space in this pack for like a puffy coat, more layers. If I need to bring camera gear, if I want to bring a tripod for glassing, or, you know, I can just fit a whole lot more stuff in here than I can on this stand here. Now this thing will carry a lot of weight. I can pack deer out in this. I've done it. I got a little bit more work to do on it. I think I just need to attach bungees from here to here just to keep it from folding up and dropping the meat out. But if I just want to bring some stuff, this thing's really nice. Take it apart here. So I keep my spurs just right there on the outside. And then I keep a platform attached with some of these twist ties. I like this because what I'm going to do when I get to the base of the tree, I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take these off the pack. I'm going to put them on. I'm going to put my tether around the tree. I'm going to climb the tree wearing this backpack. So when I get to hunting height, I just reach down right here at my hip, take this thing off, attach it to the tree, and then, you know, I can go up above it, step on, and then take this off and hang it on the tree. Another really nice thing about having this is you climb up there, you're standing on your platform, you hang this on the tree, you want to take your spurs off. Well, you take those off, and then this is hanging right here, you just put them right back on there. Then you don't have to mess with it. When you're ready to go, you drop down to where your platform is, take it off the tree, attach it back to your hip, keep on going down. When you hit the ground, all you got to do is take your, pull your rope down, roll it up, and walk out. But I've got it attached here with these Mystery Ranch straps that you can just put on there. So take those off, put those on, go up the tree. So beautiful thing is, like I say, it's a nice big backpack. I can fit a coat in there and everything, but it's not too massive that it takes up a ton of space. The other thing that's very nice about this is if I'm going in super far, this is a really good pack out frame because all you got to do is unsnap these clips here and it folds down. Even though this is a super small pack, you've got a meat shelf here. And you can carry out, I've carried out over 100 pounds of meat before. I've actually got some pictures in some of my videos and on Instagram where I've got a whole, turned out to be a button buck in this thing, and packed him out over a mile because you got really good support with this thing and it's super comfortable. So this is my later season. Obviously, I'm just using my saddle and I'm rappelling down at the end. So this is anytime I'm using a rifle, because like I say, the beauty of this is when you're standing up on this platform and you can rest your gun against the tree, you can rest it on your tether, you can rest it on your bridge. You just got a ton of options. And then even with this thing, if you got to shoot directly behind you, you can kind of brace yourself on your tether and shoot. Southern Outdoorsman on YouTube has a really good video on how to do that, and I've found the same thing they have. It's great shooting off of this thing. Now, the reason I don't use this bow hunting as much is because it's not very, it's not as comfortable, and it's setting yourself up for a lot more movement in the tree because you just got your feet together on this little tiny platform. Also for me, I've killed a few deer out of a saddle with a bow, but you've got a lot going on right here in front of you, and you know, if you got a deer coming in on this side, you got to get all the way over, and it's phase 433, so it's a long bow, so it's hard to get through there if you got limbs and everything stuff in your way. I've never really had a whole lot of luck hiding behind the tree like people say you can with a saddle. It just never seems to really work out like that. So to me, this is my rifle setup. I'll use it with a bow if I'm going in super deep. But this is my big time rifle system. This is my late season setup. And it's just really nice because you can pack a lot more stuff. That's my late season rifle hunting setup there. I'll make another video at some point soon talking all about my saddle and how I have it set up, because I've got a lot of stuff kind of rigged up with it because I got this is the original Tethrd mantis, and Tethrd makes a lot of this stuff that comes with it now, so it's not as big a deal, but at the time there weren't all these options. So I've kind of made it work with the way I like to hunt, and it works out good for me. I don't plan on buying a brand new, $500 saddle. I'm just going to work with what I got here. And then I plan on soon, actually going out to the land where I have a tree to work with and making a better video on rappelling down, because that's a really interesting topic, and I've come to hate it and love it and hate it again, and I think I love it right now. So I'll kind of go through some of the struggles I had with it and show you how I figured out kind of the best way to operate with this thing. So